skipping ahead. Cover up the chest.
You know, this is, excuse me, a damn fine coffee.
Alright. Alright, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, oh, that's not the one I wanted. Here we go. Alright, this is the one I want. Okay, now we can... welcome everybody to Morning Coffees with James. I'm James, and this show you're watching on YouTube, as long as I can do YouTube, is my morning coffee show. As I say that, I am referring to a... let me start this over again. Welcome to Morning Coffees with James. You know the show. I'm James, and this is my morning coffee show. Today, I want to talk about a very special, a very interesting topic that I've always been interested in trying to do and trying to go over to, but YouTube has the better setup than, say, BitChute. And I'm talking about people jumping from YouTube to BitChute. Now, for those who don't know, YouTube has kind of fallen into this draconian, if I'm using that word correctly or if I'm pronouncing it right, a draconian system where they're censoring a lot of people with, opposite views from everybody else who is left of Karl Marx, and basically they're just kind of being like technocrats. They're being the technocracy or the tech authoritarians. Susan Wojcicki, whatever your name is, you know what I'm talking about, and if you want to ban me off of this network like Alex Jones, go right ahead. Go right ahead. But I'm going to say my 2 cents. And I'm a small guy. Like, why am I worried? I only have like 23 subscribers. Like, I'm trying to gain more, but then again, I run my mouth and and I support the president. It's like, oh, you have dissenting views. You're just another Trump-tard. And it's like, okay, from all those people from the way far left, and I mean the way far left, like the socialist, communist maniacs, all the way to those libertarians who call every Trump supporter retarded, and those who support the police and all this shit. A lot of the Trump supporters do not blindly follow the police. I'm sorry, but don't want to talk politics right now, but you're kind of being rude. You're being as worse for the libertarians out there who do support the Second Amendment. You're being as rude as those guys on the far left. Depending on which way you're looking. I'm sorry. This is my left. That's your left. So yeah. It's scary. It's really, really, really scary. And it's like, yo, look, I understand Trump is flawed, but come on now. But I'm not here to talk about Trump. I'm not here to talk about him. I'm talking about a special person who might be voting for Trump. Well, he said this and people freaked out, and it is my boy Joe Rogan. Now, for those who don't know who Joe Rogan is, or those who've been living under a rock, Joe Rogan is a podcaster who does a show, I think every week, but a daily show. Well, not a daily show, but a show in which he interviews interesting people. Scientists, comedians, actors, Elon Musk. He's had Elon Musk, Alex Jones. He's also had Robert Downey Jr. on, Edward Norton, which I suggest you watch those. If I was going to do a top 10 top 10 favorite Joe Rogan episodes, it would be the ones with Alex Jones, Elon Musk, Robert Downey Jr., Edward Norton, let me see who else was on there. Joey Diaz. Anyone with Joey Diaz on there, that's 5. Graham Hancock. Any one of them, I think, because he's very... Give me a second. I gotta eat something. I really gotta start eating something in the morning because my stomach is not happy with me. Not happy with me whatsoever. Graham Hancock. Let me think. What else? Who else? Any of the comedians in my mind are pretty good. So that's 6. Any of the Graham Hancock. Any of the comedians. That's 7 right now. No, that's 8. Wait. Yeah, that's 8. I am not. I just woke up and I only had 1 cup of coffee. So excuse me, princess. That was a reference to Legend of Zelda, the animated series. And not Steve Martin, which he started that. Excuse me. And then they put the word princess at the end of it. Yeah, there'll be another video I'll try to make. Top 10 Joe Rogan podcasts. But then anyway, I want to get to the point here. Joe Rogan is leaving YouTube. He's done with it. He's done with the bullshit. He can't stand the shit no more. He's tired of the censorship. He's tired of people telling you what to do, and he's leaving. He's going to be an exclusive Spotify only. And I'm like, good. Leave the YouTube. Leave it. Because it's not for the YouTube is no longer for you or me. YouTube is now for Jimmy Kimmel and the late night guys and the mainstream media. Which honestly, I don't mind sharing this platform with them. It's just the fact that you have to remember who started your effing channel, started your effing network. It's a network now. It's a network. It's a platform. They're looking at Jimmy Kimmel. They're looking at all these big time like mainstream media voices. Lost my train of thought. They're looking at these mainstream voices, as the money makers. They don't care what they're saying. They're just there to make the money. And so, and they're censoring the small guys because it's making their channel look bad. Oh, you're having opposite opinions. I can't use the big words today, so I'm going to use the small ones. They're using not opposite. Excuse me. They're using descending wording and not letting the little guys speak out against them. Like, there's people out there who don't agree with the mainstream media. There's people out there who don't agree with this whole lockdown bullshit and are speaking out against this. And they're censoring people too. I saw some videos of doctors speaking out against the coronavirus who were like, yo, this is not as worse as people are making it out to be. Young people can be okay with this, but older people have to be cautious. And they're speaking about the coronavirus. I mean, the two doctors are speaking out against this. They're speaking out against this. They were like, yeah, and every time we have a patient and coming into the hospital, they're like, yeah, we have to write them up as corona, and it's like we're being urged. And nobody wants to speak out against it. And, if you give out wrong information, you're banned. Or it's like, it's YouTube doesn't give a crap anymore about the small guys. And I know people out there are like, oh, hell, they don't give a crap about me. My videos are buried. I don't care. I really don't. I'm gonna keep on talking. But the reason, it's funny because originally, and especially with this COPA bullshit, where you have to tell if you're for kids or not. I'm sorry, but I'm tired of lazy parents. It's the same parents who let their little Jimmy play Grand Theft Auto 3 back in 2001 and couldn't explain to him the difference between fiction and reality. But then again, most kids do and can understand that. But then when little Jimmy starts to, mess around, they blame the video games, instead of their lazy parenting and ruin the fun for everyone else. Thank you. It's the slasher films all over again. It's that whole transition. But anyway, Joe Rogan's leaving, and I have to give the man some applause. It's like, yo, get away from this. Get away from this website. Get away from YouTube, because YouTube is no longer for you. And I keep saying this, but I'm gonna keep saying it again. And again, YouTube used to be for the players. It used to be for the users, you know what I mean? It used to be for people like small independent content. You didn't go to YouTube to watch, Jimmy Kimmel, or watch, this guy or that guy. You didn't watch the big guys. And by the way, Jimmy Kimmel sucks. He is an awful human being. He is an absolute hypocrite. He was on a show network called The Man Show, where he made he was walking around Los Angeles with two balls in his things in his pockets, asking a feeling what is in his pocket, like literally just doing that. Like, are you shitting me? And then you're gonna singling to me about about Medicare and how I gotta be a decent human being, and how the president, oh, you're an awful human being if you don't support feminism. I support women, but not the idea of feminism. Because feminism is a cancerous ideology. It has become a cancerous ideology. It was great when it first started. It was great when it was in the second wave. And now the third wave has come along, and maybe we get a fourth wave to maybe clean everything up. It's become a cancerous, it's become cancerous now. No longer was it about, fighting for female rights and, the right to work in the office and vote, and, the right to, the idea of the strong female, person working in an office, which I support, and by the way, male feminists are, again, I will repeat this as a human being, male feminists are evil. They are evil. The only reason why they're male feminists is for you. They want to get in your pants. That's all they want to do. They don't give a shit about your ideology. And some of them, here's the thing, some of them are legit, but you don't want, feminism is for women only. That's how I see it. It's for women only. It's a woman's ideology. It's a woman's club, not a man's club. I will support you, but I'm going to go sit over here, clean my rifles, ride my motorcycles, watch, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Conan the Barbarian and Into the Destroyer, which I've actually got, which I'm probably going to see later. I want to watch, those kind of, I want to watch The Expendables, which is just a male version of Steel Magnolias. You've got all these great male casts, and also you've got, and I'm dead serious. If they made a male version of Steel Magnolias, it would look like I honestly want to do that. Just make a macho male version of Steel Magnolias, because they've been making female remakes of all male movies. It's like, what now? You don't like? I'm gonna piss people off. If I ever was a filmmaker and I had the money, I would piss off so many people. I'll be like, I'm gonna make just a couple of remakes of classic chick flick movies, and then just macho it up to the umpth degree. I think that would be brilliant. But no, it's enough about that idea. How did I get to feminism? I just ramble on. But Joe Rogan, yeah, good job, man. Get away from that network. Get away from YouTube. And I hope other YouTubers do the same thing to him. I'm hoping that, guys like PewDiePie leave and go to BitChute. I'm hoping that Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, which I'm watching recently of his video of his first time playing SCP Containment Breach. Not the Unity one, but the old one. I hope they all leave. I hope all the popular YouTubers that kids watch, and I hope so, because I want to see YouTube suffer for those stupid mistakes, the way Disney is suffering right now. Because Disney, and again, all these mainstream medias have not been nice to anybody. They've been rude, they've been mean to everybody. Oh, you can't do this. No. We're your mother now. Oh, by the way, you gotta be, everybody's babysitter now because little Jimmy's watching, some content that was not made for him. Censorship is not fun. It's not. People want to do, and especially I'm starting to see it with, other things too, like DeviantArt, or, I love DeviantArt. I love seeing, and again, I know people out there was like, I know why you like DeviantArt. No. There's great artists out there on that website. It's the problem is that some people just go too extreme with some of their shit. And, then again, there's not a lot of Shadman art on there, so All right, never mind. People are now looking at me with with disgust, like, you animal. It's like, no. I like fan art of certain things. I love fan art, and I'm gonna speak as a fan of a certain video game, Resident Evil. There's a lot of great fan art of Resident Evil. Monsters, from character designs, and certain art that really captures what the game is all about. But then there's a lot of like dirty shit, and I'm like, can we not have that? Can we have like a section where it's like, can we not have that anymore? It's like, look, I know everybody loves Jill Valentine and everybody's favorite Claire Redfield, but we really need some more artists out there to draw some very scary monsters and very interesting art for Resident Evil, like stuff that like captures what these games are about, or Silent Hill for that matter. None of the like. Okay, James, you're going off topic here. Talk what you want to talk about. But YouTube is no longer it's no longer for the users. It's no longer for the and I keep repeating this because I want people to know this. And again, they're censoring people who are speaking out, people who are commentators, people who, and again, they're the damn network that told Alex Jones to bugger off. That was the first step. And he warned everybody that they're gonna censor you. They're gonna cut you off from the network. They're gonna, they're gonna unperson you. And I'm not saying the K word. Oh, and that too. You can't, say certain words. If I say coronavirus or Chinese virus, I get arrested or I get fined or this. By the way, yes, it came from China, but it's okay to say the Spanish flu, even though that's a little racist too, don't you think? The Spanish flu. It's like, oh, well, that's okay. Well, that's scientific. Like, no, it's not. But when you say Chinese flu, you're being racist. It's like, shut your fucking mouth. I'm tired of your shit. You're not here to help us. And Susan, and again, that lady who I made a video about YouTube's problem, and it's like, YouTube, about that lady who almost shot up, that Iranian woman who shot up YouTube's office. That to me indicated that there was a problem. Not with her, but with YouTube. And I don't want anybody getting shot or hurt. It was this is the problem I'm seeing with, this channel. I used to remember, you could have, it was a freedom of speech, because it's like they want to be a platform for freedom of speech, but they don't want to be a platform anymore. They want to be I'm looking for the right word and I can't find it, but a network. They want to be a network for these other, a distributor, excuse me. They want to be a distributor for these other guys like Jimmy Kimmel, who, by the way, should have been canceled a long time ago. He's not funny. Adam Carolla needs to smack some sense into his friend. Just, hey, Jimmy, what are you doing telling everybody to, get Medicare? What happened to you? You used to be on the Man Show. What happened? Did your balls drop off? Well, I'm Jimmy Kimmel, and I will say this, yes, my balls, I've removed my balls and put them on the top shelf and gave them to Kathleen Kennedy. It's just absolute, and I'm sorry, but the female is not future. And again, I'm talking about feminism, and I'm sounding like some angry white man living in his parents' house. Yes, I am an angry white man. I'm living in my parents' house. I used to live on my own, but due to the economic crisis and everything like that, and due to the fact that my brother died, and I know I keep bringing up his death, and I'm using it as like a crutch, but I'm not. I'm making a point here. Ever since that, I have to live here now. And no millennial loves living at home. I'm sorry. I don't care how much the media tries to spin that. Nobody. And I'm sorry. I am going to scream at the top of my lungs if I have to live here any longer. And damn, man. Damn. And again, I keep repeating myself, but YouTube does not care for the little guy anymore. They want to censor. They don't want to help fight you. I mean, hell, this whole the wannabe friends, the Rogan thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a guy on YouTube who, a program on YouTube that's going around telling everybody, hey, you want to be friends? You want to be friends? Oh, and I got it twice, and I was like, no, I don't. And here's the thing. I know some people on Instagram and YouTube who do this kind of thing. Like my one friend Ray, I forget his name. I cannot pronounce his name to save my life. Ray Joaquin. He's an artist, and he does a lot of YouTube stuff. He basically is a rebel in my mind because he's uploading old Disney movies and movies nobody wants to see anymore. Well, not want to see, but they won't let you see anymore. He's uploading cartoons. He's a rebel in my mind because he's someone who believes in the art of cartoons. So, Ray, thank you. And yes, I have subscribed to you, and I will talk to you. I'm just very shy. But my biggest issue with YouTube right now is this fact. Is this fact that they don't care for the little guy anymore. They don't. And Joe Rogan leaving is kind of the first indicator of the network falling apart. The website falling apart. Because YouTube, again, wasn't always like this. In fact, back in the day, it used to be, fun. It used to be the Wild West. And I'm granted, there were some things on there that were, not meant for kids, and yet they were disguising themselves for kids. That was some weird shit. There was some weird shit on here that was not meant for kids. That involved child death and stuff like that. There's some, again, people who did their videos on this, they were talking about this. There was some I can't say it, but there was some weird shit on there that was, very controversial and may have harmed children. And I can't pronounce the word Edo. I'll just say that. Edo. Things on there. And that, to me, it's something's gone fishy with YouTube, and especially with mainstream. YouTube is not mainstream. I'm going to just say it. 22 minutes in, it is what it is. And they don't care. They only give a shit if you're making them money. You know what I mean? And if you have a large voice and a large following, minus me, I'm just a small fry. But if you're Sargon of Akkad, the Quartering, Tim Pool, Chris Rogan, so many other voices out there who are speaking out about speaking about certain things out there and speaking about mainstream's lies and stuff like that. Hell, even the whole Vegas shooting thing, which I'm going to bring up, or Epstein killing himself, which, by the way, he didn't kill himself. Or how bad the Democratic Party is, or the liberals have become. And I'm talking about the crazy liberals, not the reasonable liberals who are now kind of moving towards libertarianism, which, by the way, you know what? As someone who's speaking on the Republican Party, I don't hate, again, like I said before, I was bashing the libertarians, but it's this mean-spirited that your party's now getting into. Look, I support Trump because, you know what? He is our president. He is the guy flying the ship, and honestly, yes, a lot of people are well, he's not a libertarian president. Well, then get a better libertarian candidate, and I'll vote for him. Somebody who has the balls like Donald Trump. We don't need another politician promising us shit. We need somebody in there to fight these guys. And honestly, yeah, 4 more years. I don't care. Susan, fuck you. You're no longer good for this channel anymore. This network, my channel. And again, if you're somebody who is on this channel, I suggest, and again, I mean this too, I suggest going to BitChute, going to find another alternative video source. And they're small right now, but you need to make them big. And I have ignored BitChute for a while, and also making videos too, because it wasn't the fact that I didn't care, it was the fact that I just kind of lost my mojo there. I lost the energy. But I'll explain to you how I got it back. So, and why I'm returning to YouTube, and so many reasons why. But that's for a different video for another day. But first, again, I just want to talk about, and again, I'm looking at my BitChute account too, and all this stuff. And yeah, I'm stepping back I'm getting back in the race, because that's life. That's life. That's what the old folks say. I joined 11 months ago. Alright, so Oh, actually, well, honestly, I've been getting a lot of views. I've been getting a lot of subscribes. But yeah, if you want to go to my channel, I gotta change the name. Hold on. If that's the case, then I gotta change the name of my network. But as we are talking, I'm gonna change it back to I'm gonna change it to Conley Bros Production on this network. So on BitChute, which by the way, we need to start building BitChute. We need to start making BitChute a big monster that can take down YouTube, because YouTube needs bros production. There we go. Perfect. I got 4 notifications. Cool. We need to start going after these guys. We need to start taking down the Titans. Like, and again, it's the same thing, like that old saying, like, if you don't like if you don't like it, why don't you build your own website? And we did, and now you're terrified. Because, as Lincoln Clay and Mafia 3, hold on, we're coming to take you on, Mother Earth. We're taking you on. Why? Because you've eaten off the hog way too much, and we're gonna just take you down, boy. Or girl, because Susan's in charge, and the boys and girls, and whatever you identify as. Alright. But anyhow. Yeah. I am... That's it. I'm done. I ranted on way too long about Joe Rogan's podcast and the fact that he needs to leave BitChute. Excuse me, to leave YouTube. I'm looking at BitChute. He needs to go to BitChute. That's the thing. Joe Rogan, if you're watching this or you find my videos for some apparent reason, I know you, like, I think it was a fake account that was following me on Instagram, but Joe Rogan, you need to follow me. Oh, excuse me, you don't need to follow me. In fact, do whatever you want, but if you get this message somehow or another, go to BitChute. Start going onto the net and other networks, and especially to the big 3 of the Let's Players, and especially the small, like the other YouTubers who started out on here, like PewDiePie, Markiplier, and Jacksepticeye. Hell, even all the gaming channels. Move to BitChute. We need to start making BitChute a beast to take down YouTube and rip it apart. We need to rip and tear YouTube apart. So, with that being said, this has been Morning Coffee with James. I hope you like this video. I know I've been going off on... that rant was just madness, but then again, I want to talk about a certain topic later down the road. I've been dealing with a couple of demons of my own. I've been fighting. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8, 9. 9 days so far. 9 days. I'm going on a sobriety. So in a weird sense, not in a weird sobriety, but I'll explain it to you on June 11th. So yeah, it's gonna sound a little weird, or June 12th, excuse me. So it's gonna sound a little weird when I say it. So, or you're gonna be a little concerned for me. But then again, I want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to be safe, and I want everybody to just think outside the box. Alright, I'm 30 minutes over. This should have been a 20-minute video. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, love you, and bye. And remember to stay happy and safe. Actually, no, don't stay safe. In fact, I'm tired of saying the word be safe, because it sounds like I'm trying to control you. And it's kind of becoming more of a controlling messaging. Just stay strong. Remember, you are more powerful than you think you are. Peace.